say that the screen is dark and I can't see anything. And I'm going to say, it's not. It's full of stars. And you're going to say, I don't see any stars. And I'm going to say, I think there might be northern lights too. And you're going to say, really? Northern lights? And I'm going to say, well, I don't know, but there's this flashing, you know. Have you ever looked at the sky and it's kind of flashing little bits, you know, like lines? It could just be my eyesight. Can you hear the stream? I shouldn't have been drinking milk. Well, I went through day one without even realizing it was day one. You know that? I wonder if you can see in the house if I point it toward the light. No, nothing shows up. Oh well. So we'll just have one of those quiet middle of the night talks when you're just about asleep. But it's 2 in the morning or something. And I woke up and I realized it was 13 degrees outside and there was a million stars. And I know that you don't have to light the wood stove until it's 10 degrees. So 13 degrees means it's not too terribly cold out there at all. But this is a little bit concerning, you know. It's going to go to 27 today. 27. That's near 90. Somewhere near 90. I don't know exactly. 20 is 70. 30 is 90. Can you hear the stream? It's nice out here. Somebody on the other side of the hollow said the peepers were. She could hear the peepers. Those stars are so bright. I don't know what they are. There's one right overhead. Oh, there's the corona. Wow, I haven't seen the corona for a while. So this must be Hercules, because isn't he holding the corona? What have we got over there? I don't know. Kind of looks like, you know, a balloon, a star coming down in a hot air balloon. We'll call that constellation balloon. Willem has got some really good ones. He's got earwig and garden hose and satellite dish. Now, don't ask me exactly where to find them. But we're just looking up at the corona. And I'm not familiar with that. But I have this app, and if I open the app, of course I can't do it on the phone while I'm using my phone, but if I open that app and then I point it to the sky, the stars will all show up. The trouble is, you can't really get rid of all but the very brightest. You can't change what you're seeing, I don't think. You may be able to. Maybe I just, you know, like, there's a lot, I'm getting behind fast. It used to be that you standing still, you didn't really get too far behind. You could step off and then you could step back on, as if the world were a moving staircase, a moving sidewalk. And then you'd get back on and things would be pretty much the same. You know, I went to Jamaica. I was gone for 6 months. I came back, everything was just the same. I was different. I was very different. Strange how that does that to you, you know? Going and living amongst another culture, especially a primitive culture. I lived in a grass hut. I don't think that all Jamaican life was primitive, but it was funny, you know. You'd walk through the hills, there'd be this really fancy house, not necessarily huge and like they have them in Canada, you know, like people with lots of money like to have really big houses. And I forgot what I was talking about the little house. You know, you could see the reflection of the stars in the windows. So I'm sitting out at the corner of, you know, this used to be the hottest spot ever. You would never want to just come and sit in this spot. And now I think it's much moderated because of the roofs. Well, if you were trying to listen to that. Can you hear the roar of the stream? I've been trying to straighten things up out on the deck. Hey, you know, we have good service right here. It's amazing what gives you bad service and what gives you good service. The cat wanted to come in, so I let him in. But nighttime is his time to be outside. And when it's night and he's busy outside, he sleeps all day and the birds can live. As long as he doesn't know where the birds are in the tree and go up and get them. I don't know how it all works. Do you like lying here looking up at the stars? I think nobody is there. Just me. Just me and the kitty in the house. everything's everything's different at night outside. If you sit very quietly in the daytime, you can't hear the stream. It's amazing how far away you can hear a vehicle from. We're on the top of a hill, and the road kind of circles the bottom of the hill. Sort of. Hey, and you can hear it from a long way. For any of those of you that are just joining us now, we're stargazing, and that's why you can't see anything, because it won't show up. But there's a big star there, there's a bunch of little ones around it, and over here there's the corona. I know that anywhere. It's actually horseshoe shaped. Not crescent, but horseshoe, I think. Oh, it's so exciting to look up at the stars and see blue sky and shooting light. Light that's in the air like magnetism. I don't know if it's my eyeballs or whatever, but it just looks like there's a lot of movement up there. Like space is thick. It's all this movement. Like light. But it's kind of a swimming, not a swimming movement, but like, yeah, some of it's like waves. But there's not I don't see with my eyes, I don't see a real light. It's, I don't see, but I see something. Something in the air. Might be my eyeballs. Now that they're getting old, as my optometrist says. You know, this evidence for being old is mounting up. I think I'm coming to terms with it. I've been, doing a bit of a study to see, is this really old? Am I really old? How old is old? A study of one, but I have had a few subjects I have compared myself to, people my own age. So then it became a study of two or three. So as you can see, the standard deviation is like everything. Oh, the air smells good. I guess I've got a cold. It's too bad you can't see these stars. You know, you're really missing out. Is it clear out your sky? You could take your phone with this on it outside, and you could lay there and look up at your sky, and we could compare my sky to your sky. I can see why people have not stayed. I see there was two people. Oh, look. Hi, Nancy. Wait, I gotta move this away. James Chapman. Greetings. Hold on. Get back here. From the West Coast, USA. Well, you're just about to have in the end of your evening, aren't you? From the West Coast, where it's dry, the air is dry, and it smells so alive. Something about California. Just being there, I can remember. I don't know. Tonight the air is moist, but the chair, when I came out and touched it, I expected it to be wet with dew, and it wasn't. It was perfectly dry. So as I said before, we're out here watching the stars. That's why you can't see anything. And I have a bit of a cold now, so, but it's warm tonight. It's 13 Celsius. I don't know what that means. somewhere warmer than have to put the wood stove on, but colder than room temperature. Oh, hello. Now, what did you say? Yes, Southern California. A little past midnight, and my cat is attempting to steal some of my gelato. Sorry you're sick. Well, thank you. I'm not very sick. Just enough to cough when I talk and have to blow my nose. You know, these stars really do look like uh, a grayish black cup is over us with these pinholes through. Maybe that's what it is. We'll pretend that, okay? So we'll pretend we're under this big dark cup with these pinholes, and and through it, the bigger pinholes have more light, are brighter. And on the other side is heaven. That's why it's so bright. It's very bright over there. And we're in here in our mist of darkness. Sometimes the mists go away and it's very bright and the world is wonderful. I think my world is getting better. I think I'm healing now. It was quite a shock to realize life without Mary and and wonder what I would. Mary was a big chunk of my life, and so not Mary is. I have to fill that. I wouldn't call it a void, but I would say a. Um, well, I don't know what I would say. The cat is sitting just inside the window, watching me talk, and I think he wants to come back out. He was very insistent to come in. So is everybody up because you can't sleep? You're sitting there eating gelato. What flavor is that? Yeah, so what's everybody doing? Is it in the middle of the morning? Is it time to get up and go to the bathroom? Your body resets at this time of night, at 3 a.m. or something. It resets. It's like it flushes its toilet, and then you get this message, and oh, gotta get up. Be right back. And then somehow, after the 3 o'clock moment when you got up, it's very easy to go back to sleep. You wake up and you go back to bed and you never notice that you woke up. Sometimes, if that little alarm goes off too often and you get up, after a while, you don't get a very good night's sleep. It's interesting. It's almost like waves of maybe it's very thin wisps of clouds that are blowing across above me. But it can't be very thick because those stars are very bright. But I can see something. Maybe it's like there's light on the wind or something. Or maybe it's just my eyes, I have so many floaters now. who knows what the floaters are doing. But the floaters move slowly. This light is moving like somebody's playing with a flashlight. I think it's lighter on the other side of the house. I wonder why. Oh, I guess I got a light on inside. It's funny, you know, I do everything differently when Willem's not here. It's very interesting. I'm cleaning up a room and I'm making them into nice places and I don't know, I'm tending to my house, making it into my home. And I even put music on loud in the daytime. It was really cool. Like I get up at 7 and Willem gets up at 10. So, or maybe I get up earlier. It depends on what I'm doing, what time I went to bed. Sometimes I go to bed really early and I get up early. And I like being up early. And I've learned that I can go back to sleep. You hear the stream? I think the cat gave up on me. He wants me to let him out. Hello, one person. Is that still you, James, or is it someone else? All right, let's turn this video off because it's just gonna start spinning around if I go inside. So we'll talk to you later. It's been lovely. Bye. You can do this at home. Results may differ. And don't forget, like and subscribe.